Summoner spells are one core mechanic that separates League from most other MOBAs. But did you know all the spells that were cancelled or removed from the game? Hello guys, it's Ramos here, and in this video we take a look at 10 removed Summoner spells. There's a new RP giveaway, so leave a like, comment and subscribe. Before we begin, a short sponsored message from More Legends. More Legends is a new website that will help you improve at the game. They offer champion guides, builds, best runes, statistics and general high quality videos for every patch that improve your game knowledge. They are always adding more content, so soon there will be detailed analytics of your mistakes and how to fix them. Check out the link in the description to start thinking like a diamond. Number 10. Clairvoyance. This was a targeted spell that worked on Summoner's Rift since the alpha as well as on Dominion until patch 5.22. What it did was reveal the selected area of the map for 5 seconds and had a global range with a 60 seconds cooldown. It worked pretty much like the blue word now, used to reveal where the enemies are coming from or to check a bush from a longer distance. Number 9. Fortify. Fortify was a summoner spell that granted invulnerability to all allied turrets and caused them to attack 100% faster for a few seconds, and when it was ready to be casted you would deal 9 bonus damage to minions. It had a 300 second cooldown. It was a nice spell to use to save a turret from being destroyed or to do a last stand at the Nexus with both turrets being empowered and invulnerable, but it was too situational and got removed in the first season of the game. Number 8. Garrison. Garrison was a spell exclusive to Dominion and you could use it in 2 ways. If used on an allied capture point, you could save it from being captured by increasing the neutralized portion and increasing the tower's attack speed for 8 seconds and also interrupting the channels of enemy champions. You could have also used it on an enemy capture point and reduced their damage by 80% for 8 seconds, for a cooldown of 210 seconds, and of course it got removed along with the Crystal Scar. Number 7. Observer. This was a cheat summoner spell usable only by Riot staff that would remove the fog of war from the map to be able to see all the map and only them would see it revealed. Basically a big wallhack before there was a replay system or a spectator. Apparently it was used to record a Ionia vs Naxos match. That was an event in which 10 players played an official match that affected the course of lore and Ionia won it. Number 6. Promote. Promote was a spell that now lives on quite similarly in the banner of command item. It buffed the nearest siege minion, healing it and granting bonus stats and causing it to give the caster gold for its kills. It had a 180 second cooldown, it couldn't be casted on super minions, and if the buffed siege minion got a kill on a champion you would also get the gold from that, but not the experience if you weren't next to it. It was removed in one of the 1.0 patches. Number 5. Rally. Another spell that was removed in patch 1.0.0. What it did, it was summon a flag of 200 plus 25 per level health for 15 seconds that increased the attack damage of nearby allies by 10 to 35. It had a 270 second cooldown. It could have been strong in teamfights, especially in an AD based team, or to take towers since it also affected minions, not only champions, and at one point it was invulnerable, so you couldn't take it out of the enemy's hands until the 15 seconds ended. Number 4. Revive. I like this one and so did Suicide Cartus. Obviously what it did was revive you if you were dead instantly at the spawn base and gave you 125% movement speed boost for 12 seconds. It had a long 540 cooldown, but it was a nice spell and offered you an extra chance, especially in late game when if you die it could be game over. But still, at a 9-minute cooldown you couldn't use it too often. It was removed in 2015 in patch 5.4 and in the alpha it only had a 300 second cooldown. Number 3. Stifle. This one was apparently removed because it was too OP and was later reworked into Exhaust. What Stifle did was silence a target enemy champion for 3 seconds and remove any buffs they had. It was a suppression ability and only had a cooldown of 150 seconds, and with a mastery buff you could reduce its cooldown to 140 seconds and increase the duration to 3.5 seconds of silence. That is indeed OP. Imagine not being able to cast anything for 3.5 seconds. You'll be dead. There are no patch history notes, so I assume it didn't even make it into the alpha. At number 2 we have the old Flash. That was basically how Hex Flash works now, but faster. It had a cast time of 0.5 seconds and got reworked into the spell everyone is using now, but at the time it had a huge range of 800 and 2 patches later it got reduced to 100 and later increased to 400. Looks like Flash was very debated if it would have even been in the game, and they considered removing it altogether. Imagine how the game would be now without everyone having a Flash. And the last one for this list, Surge. It worked on all maps and was removed in Pre-Season 3, but part of it remains in Ginzu's Rageblade. What it did was it would empower your champion, increasing AP by 10 to 78 based on level and attack speed by 35 for 12 seconds on a 180 cooldown. It was useful on AP champs to push towers. It will also increase the size of your champion. And those were all the summoner spells that are no longer in the game. Let me know which one of them you think was the most interesting, or what spell would you like to see added to the game. And I will see you soon. Bye bye.